Hamilton Sports Central, and we will be doing the live stream between the Calgary Stampeders and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The question is VA going to throw his first sorry, is VA going to throw his first interception today as a Stampeder of the season? We shall find out. Dun dun dun.
Ingredients for a shootout, right? I mean, it's been a roller coaster season for the Stamps already. They scored the most points, but also given up the most points. We're going to get Winnipeg and kick it off. But we got that. I thought that was your best friend.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oops. Short form. 4-2. I think they're 4-2. Bombers are 4-2. Sick. So, Laura Dykin has the Stamps. Canada's pick is the Bombers. Lapo and Hendrik Mwamba each have Calgary, and Milt Stegall has the Stamps, or the Blue Bombers. Do 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 do. We have CFL Plus music playing in the background, waiting for this to begin. Wrong one. Wrong one. I don't want that played. I just want to see if this is working. It's working, okay.
Patrick Carl of Banff, Alberta, this is your chance to win.
Patrick Carl. Perta Carl. $1,000,000 if 2 kickoffs return. You can hope for a Vadville return and maybe Tyreek McAllister as a touchdown. Maybe you'll be the next $1,000,000 winner. Sorry to say, but you only get so much money over the next 20 years. Sorry to burst your bubble. You don't get all $1,000,000 all at once. Friday night football tonight. So we have Dustin Nielsen and Luke Wilson. You do need to get Brady Oliveira going. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. What is he at? Stats. Rushing. But 48, 69, 80. So he's only had one game over 100. 1-1 on the road. See if they can get 2-1 on the road. Three. So Bombers are taking the ball first. Second of 3 meetings, and you've already had one. So McTamney kicks off for 65 yards to Winnipeg 15. Vadville returns for 10 yards to the Winnipeg 25. Miller McHenlin with the tackle. And no further. So Drew Brown is 2-0, 70.3 completion, 656 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Brown to Oliveira for 0 yards to the Winnipeg 25, so 2nd and 10. Brown passes to Cobb for 7 yards to the Winnipeg 32-yard line. Grant with the tackle, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. Two and out, start the game. Sheehan punts 48 yards to the Calgary 30. McAllister returns it for 21 yards to the Calgary 51. Calgary Wilson with the tackle. Two and 4 records, 65.4 completion, 1,670 yards, 17 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 12 passes of 30-plus yards. Is tonight the night that he throws that interception? Adams throws to Jalen Philpott for 28 yards to Winnipeg 31. Braden Adams Jr. passes to Brooks for 14 yards. So Winnipeg 17. Griffin's the second with the tackle, and it's a first down. And just like that, McAllister rushes for 17 yards for a touchdown. 3 plays, and we already have a touchdown. Touchdown. Santiago sent me. Says boo. Listen, she just wants the Stamps to lose. That Stamps aren't getting closer to her Elks. Oh, by the way, Santiago sent me. A little birdie told me you don't like Fajardo. Well, Fajardo won you the game last night. He threw for 500 yards. Speaking of which, since we're on commercial, I want to see what's the. Is he not in first yet? Okay, so he's in first by 110 yards. I mean, Davis Alexander will make that up on Sunday, but Chad Kelly's only behind him by less than 60. I just find it hilarious that Jake Mayer is in fifth. What are the chances of that? Do this while I wait. Do. What is this one?
Could not ask for a better start for the Calgary Stampeders on the road. 3 plays, 59 yards, a minute, 31 seconds.
Minute 31 seconds, 3 plays, 59 yards. That's crazy. That is crazy on. Two of two for 48 yards. Oops. Oh, there's a flag on the field. Winnipeg holds Schmeckel 10 yards. So they go back to the Winnipeg 10. After McCartney kicks off for 70 yards to the Winnipeg 10. Badville returns it for 16 yards to the Winnipeg 26.
4 career starts against the Stamps. There was a hole on the return, and that backs the Bombers up to their own 10-yard line. They'll start the drive.
Oliveira rushes for 6 yards to the Winnipeg 16, so it's going to be 2nd and 4.
He's got 28 quarterback pressures, number 1 in the league. And his pressure rate is also number 1 in the league. And then Markel Lee. This guy was actually a former teammate of mine in camp. He's out of Wake Forest. He's 3rd in the league in tackling efficiency. He's done a great job at match. And then right here, this is
Drew Brown throws incomplete to Terry Wilson. So it's 3rd and 4, and they're kicking away again.
Look to see them hopefully take a step in the right direction. 2nd and 4, Brown gets that one away. Incomplete. Looking in the direction of Wilson, who is working against Webb. But that ball drops about 5 feet short in front of Ontario Wilson. And it's a tough 2-and-out for Drew Brown in this offense. Not the start you wanted, but that being said, it does seem like this offense gets better as the game goes here. But on the flip side, what a dream start right now, Dustin, for Calgary. So you get 2 2-and-outs, yes, and then you have a 3-play drive that only takes 91 seconds. And you have a
Sheehan punts for 64 yards to the Calgary 30. McAllister returns it for 16 yards to Calgary 46. There we go again, Stamps. Do keep in mind, as of right now, Stamps have the home and home so far, even though they've only played 1 game. But Winnipeg has won it by 2 points, even though they play 1 more game after this. Fight. Fight. Fight.
Canada stat of the game, and this one links back to last season. Vernon Adams Jr.
20 passing touchdown streak without a touchdown, Vernon Adams.
For more on this, let's send it down to Danielle B.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. Vernon Adams Jr. has been absolutely stellar despite the 2-4 record. In this season alone, 17 passing touchdowns to start without an interception. If he gets that 18, that's him in the history books. And when speaking with him about this milestone, you know, he said he obviously wanted to acknowledge how cool it was. But what really stood out to me is not acknowledging that. He immediately said, I'd rather have 17 interceptions and 0 touchdowns if that meant that the team was 6-0. His head coach says, looking at the lot of maturity, better decision making, more adaptability, which has helped this Calgary offense reach the level it has so early in the season, guys.
Adams passes to Brooks for 12 yards.
So far tonight, another completion to Brooks. And I know it's not easy, Luke, but BA's making it look kind of easy early in this one. Yeah, Dustin, you said another completion and a big chunk. He's got great equipment. I'm a little bit fired up. And that sounds like a game plan if you're Winnipeg. But if you're going to sit here and give this to this offense and Vernon Adams all game, they will take it. They will take it. Completion of 28, 14, and 12. Yeah, when you said 5 yards, this time on the ground, right up the middle. Dedrick Mills pushing it ahead against his Winnipeg starting defense. Up front, Jake Surratt's a big offseason acquisition. He's tied 6 quarterback pressures. To me, though, tonight, it's about eating up blocks in the run game to free up one of these 3 guys. They're all tremendous linebackers. But Cody Jones right now tackling a percentage of 90.4%. As he pitches his 8th in the league, he's been phenomenal. And the big one here is Jake Kelly. He's filling in for Cramney.
Mills rushes for 4 yards to Winnipeg 48, so it's 2nd and 6. Adams throws incomplete to Brooks. At least it's not an interception. Time count violation. I don't even know why I have these on when I don't need them on. Power off. Oh, okay. That I was just gonna ask how is there a we have a rouge. I was just gonna say how do they have 8, but that explains my reasoning. Bum 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 bum. Thank you to those people who are joining for tonight's live stream. We will be also back for tomorrow night for the Toronto BC game and then Sunday for the Hamilton Montreal game. Bye. Brown throws on Terry Wilson for 5 yards to the Winnipeg 45-yard line, so it's 2nd and 5. Brown throws to Tim White for 6 yards to the Winnipeg 51. Johnson with the tackle, so it's going to be a first down Bombers. And we have Funfish. Just got back from Regina. I'm sad went to the Raiders game last night. I will say that was a very entertaining game, though. Can't say. Got to give them props after the death of their captain for fighting through it. Depends on how you look at it. Because part of me feels, yeah, you should feel bad for them. Drew Brown throws incomplete to Tim White, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. But also, he was the root of the cause. So, yes and no. Ooh, Brown almost threw an interception. Colin 44, you got to catch that. Don't ask me why I'm wearing a Stamps hat and a Bombers jersey, but I am. It's the two teams that are playing tonight. Drew Brown sacked for 8 yards to the Winnipeg 43. Hutchins with the sack.
This is my guy right here. I don't know him, Dustin, but every time I watch him on film, he's an absolute game wrecker. And again, we're just working one-on-one.
So 3rd and 18 from the 43. But you're not going to bash your guy. No, I know you're not going to bash him, but like the truth's out there. Riders really beat themselves, in my opinion. I mean, listen, when you only throw it to the same 3 receivers, what you gonna do? Sheehan punts 49 yards to the Calgary 18. McAllister will return for 5 yards to the Calgary 23. I will say this, though, Funfish. I said it on Jacob Dan's pregame yesterday. Whoever won last night will not win next week. So you can bet you Saskatchewan's going to be winning next week. What are we at stat-wise so far? 17 yards rushing. 54 yards. Hutchins. 6 yards for Brady Oliveira. My God, that's sad. 4 for 6 on passing. Oh my God, look at those passing yards. Shoot me now. Well, at least my team's not playing tonight. Oh, by the way, the Jays have had guys base loaded in the first, guys at 2nd and 1st in the 2nd, and guys in 2nd and 5th. Huh. Yeah. I'll end up hearing that from my dad later on today. He's always complaining, oh, Jays lost again. They had this many runs left on base and this and that. And I'm like, oh my God. Mills rushes for 1 yard to the Calgary 24. Cornelson with the tackle.
Versus what he did last year, which was the best year of his career. Yeah, and to me, when you're talking about pro football, when opponents' coaches talk about you, who like, hey, this guy's really impressive. Talking to Mike O'Shea this week, he said, hey,
Adams throws incomplete to Brooks. So that's 2 incompletions to Brooks tonight. 3rd and 9 from the Calgary 24. If the Jays stay put or buy, the owners are on crack. It's funny. I'm going to shut up. Just let me go to the website. Where is it? Promotions and events. I'm going to this one here. The Buck Martinez on Saturday 29th. Unfortunately, I think that is the day that we play. What time do they play at that day? They play at 3:00. Ooh, Hall of Alexis Day. And Ticats play at 3:00. So, but they're on the road, which is okay. So I'll just have to move that game to Sunday afternoon. I won't be watching it because I'll be at the Jays game, but that's my plan for that day. Brady Oliveira rushes for 5 yards to the Calgary 41. Calgary Wilson with the tackle. This was my first CFL game ever, though. It was a blast. Oh yeah, when you go to Mosaic, that doesn't surprise me. What's even worse is when you go to Princess Auto Stadium and the Rub Hut. Yeah, that's I've noticed a lot of stadiums doing that. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Brown throws to Ontario Wilson. See what this flag is. Is it on Winnipeg? It's on Winnipeg. So Brown throws to Ontario Wilson for 11 yards to Calgary 30. But Winnipeg's offside. Ontario Wilson 5 yards from the 41 to the 46. So it's back to second and 10. What's Hammers people's like? To be honest, as long as you're not a Argo fan, I mean, depends on what type of Argo fan you are. We don't mind. I brought Dan and Jacob, Adam to games. We haven't had a problem. They've had a blast. Tailgating's a big area for that. And then, yeah, I haven't had a problem with people at Hamilton games, except for a buddy of mine. His first game in Hamilton, when he first came, he got beer poured on him, but that was before I knew him. Brown throws to Dembski for 17 yards to Calgary 29, and it's first down, and it penalties on Calgary for defensive pass interference, which was declined.
Dembski's one of the best guys at doing that as far as his catch ratio goes. He just got one of the staff. It's called right there. You don't have 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons without making a few contested catches along the way. Absolutely. Fresh set it down to the Bombers from the Calgary 29. They'll hand it off to Krzyzewski. And he pushes it down. Short pickup on first down as they work in Michael Krzyzewski to the running game a little bit. And to me, these are the situations they really need to stay out of Winnipeg. And I get you get 3 there in second set, but you'd like to be 6 or shorter. That's going to put you in a really, really great situation. Because we both know
If you're on the road in Hamilton, run for your life. Not really.
getting in situations where they can pin their ears back. Look out. Calgary gave up
Yeah, I don't know who Doc Walker is.
last week against Montreal. They're going to send 5 round.
Brown's throwing an interception. Brown has thrown an interception. By LeBrose. Is there? We got the less, because Drew Brown threw the interception, so no matter how many yards he gets, I want to know. Let's go. Oh. Yeah. I mean, probably if I was to hear his songs, I'd probably know. So Calgary, with the interception, Calgary starts off at the 30, and Dedrick Mills rushes for 3 yards to Calgary 33. He was in the Pepsi Series concert at halftime. Fair enough. Fair enough. Vernon Adams sacked for 8 yards by Willie Jefferson. So each team has 1 sack. The question is, why is the CFL all country altogether? Listen, I don't care. As long as we don't play rap, I could care less. However, I'm curious to see who the BC Lions have as performing their home opener tomorrow. To be honest, I don't even know if anyone knows. Oh. Bassett punts for 43 yards to the Winnipeg 42, and Vaville returns it for 41 yards to the Calgary 27, and that will end the first quarter. Let's see if I can find it here. Opener performer. Okay, Snoop Dogg was last year, but they don't have 2026.
Second quarter action coming up here in Winnipeg. The Bombers trailing Calgary 8-0 right now. And Calgary, a team that's dead last in the league in points allowed. For them to shut out the Bombers in the first quarter, that's something they can build.
Alan Doyle and the Roadhammers.
You look at this, you said it. The defense has struggled. They've been kind of middle of the pack against the run and terrible against the pass. 41 net yards given up.
Okay, but that's That's then like
If you're Bob Sloan, defensive coordinator, you're thrilled with that stuff. You're thrilled with this if you're
you would think that they would have like a band performing tomorrow.
4 tackles on this before they eventually
The music, the Cowboys, hats, stuff like that. BC, no. So BC plays home to Toronto tomorrow.
but he spun off a few tacklers and he takes them 41 yards.
So
Start this
I actually have,
inside
um,
30. They were here a few
I actually have Planet Zoo.
that interception.
Oh, there's an update. Yeah, I actually have Planet Zoo.
Would have been a good pickup on first.
I'm waiting for Planet Zoo to come out. I'm not liking the whole another penalty. Brady Oliveira rushes for 7 yards to the Calgary 20, but holding on Stanley Bryant for 10 yards. So they go from the 27 to the 37-yard line. So first and 20. So Planet Zoo's out, but Planet Zoo 2. Oh my god. Let's get new ones at halftime. New batteries for my wireless mouse. Zoo 2, I think, comes out. Oh. Dunsky gets a touchdown. 37 yards. Bombers touchdown. Anyways, I was looking at. I think it comes out this year. I just can't remember when. October 13th is when it comes out. On Monday that comes out. Huh. Now you're talking about the first one, right? Or are you talking about the second one? Planet Coaster. So Planet Coaster, you know what? I like to try different stuff. So Planet Zoo is basically the same company that makes Planet Coaster. It's just the zoo, that's all.
So we're going to get way upfield gear, which is what we want. We want to sell gear front side that we're trying to basically go, and all of a sudden, kick. We let them lose up the field. Everyone comes in. We slot it right behind. We got two, as you know, bulls on parade for me. 201. Brady all there. Brady with the finish there. He electrified this building. What a side got the catch. I always find the one-hander stuff, so whenever you can plug it, it just helps.
Yeah, the first one's made by the same people at Planet Coaster. Frontier, I think it's the company's called. I'm gonna try it this weekend. I got some games that came out this weekend that I'm gonna try playing as well. Between tonight, pre-recording them. Tomorrow, pre-recording them before the CFL game. Sunday, pre-recording some more games. So that during the week when I'm working, I can release them throughout the week. I don't know if they're going to be if they're just new systems or not. Castillo kicks off for 63 yards to the Calgary 17. McAllister returns it for 23 yards to the Winnipeg or Calgary 40. And Kyle Wilson gets a hold for 10 yards. So they start at the Winnipeg or Calgary 14. I usually get those games for PC because I don't like the way that the controller works on console. Actually, you know what? Let me check. So, PS5 and Xbox Series S and X.
Got a little nervous there, Dustin. You see Vernon Adams look, he goes to throw it, sees it's a little clutch there. Something he talked about this week.
So that's just a PlayStation thing coming as of January that they're going away with no discs. But it doesn't matter to me anyways, because if you really think about it, PC don't really use any discs, so you just use stream. Philpott. Adams passes to Brooks for 7 yards to the Calgary 21. And then he throws to Jalen Philpott for 18 yards to the Calgary 39, and Evan Holmes with the tackle. So it really doesn't bother me. I mean, I have a discless PS5 anyways. The reason why I think PlayStation did it is so that people can't go and buy used games at EB Games and stuff like that, but also at the same time, they can't go to Walmart and buy games on sale like they normally would. I mean, I'm sure you could still get it, just with no code. Oh, from a business. I mean, tit for tat. Adams throws to Tevin Jones for 10 yards to the Calgary 49. And then Quincy Vaughn rushes for 2 yards to the Calgary 51.
I'll say this just kind of the overarching picture of the West right now, too, Dustin. If you're Winnipeg, you know that Calgary has a lot of talent. They've been in all of their losses. If you can find a way to win this one today, I don't want to say.
So, Funvish, I don't know if you've actually been in them as of late. So, so right now it's only PlayStation doing the no disc, but you can still buy the cases at the game stores. But it only, instead of a disc, it comes with a code to download the game. But they sell shirts, they sell old and other consoles. I forget what those small box things, you see them everywhere. They sell those. Like EB Games is not just EB Games isn't just video games anymore. Wow, wide open McAllister for 56 yards. There's the record right there. That's the record right there for Vernon Adams. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I haven't been into EB games. Oh, the last time I was at an EB games, I think when NHL 18 or 19 came out, I went for the midnight release and I was the first person in line. Yes, I know. So the good thing about Steam. So the good thing that I like about Steam is like these small developer games that I like to play is they're always having sales on, no matter what. Like there's a game that I just bought today. It was like $13. McAbney kicks off for 76 yards to the Winnipeg 4. Badville returns for 49 yards to the Winnipeg 53. So here's the fun thing. I have not played Halo since the original Xbox. Like I'm talking like before 360. I think that was the last time I played Halo. I don't play Call of Duty anymore because it's the same bullshit, camping and sniping. I do. I still. Funny enough, a friend of mine, Carter, who's a Bombers season ticket holder, he actually got me into the Star Wars Battlefront. So I play that now and then. But yeah, depending on the game, I may get it for PC or I may get it for console. It all depends on the game. Like this year, I'm getting NHL, which reminds me, I have to get it in August. I'm gonna pre-order it so that I can get 7 days early. But it's funny. So with the way that I'm gonna do my series on my gaming channel is I'm gonna play as the Hamilton Hammers, but simulate the Islander simulate the Islanders games. I'm gonna fully scout the prospects, but I'm gonna do it computer drafting. So it's like as if I'm the AHL GM and I only play the AHL games, but that's how I'm gonna do that. I think was that Xbox or Xbox 360? I remember one of them. But people behind you are trying to sit down and see. Oliveira rushes for 2 yards to the Winnipeg 55. Wiley with the tackle.
Tarps are still on for now, but by the end of this game, I have a feeling there'll at least be one section where the shirts are off. 28 degrees at kickoff.
28 degrees at kickoff, dang.
Rain this morning, too. Very muggy vibe here today. Thunderstorm this morning. Heard thunder in the morning.
Brown Dudemski for 5 yards to the Calgary 50, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. Yeah, but you got to remember though, Berard's going to be out for like the first 3 months, and this will probably be Patrick Kane's last contract if you think about it.
58-yard field goal attempt. Looks like is what it'll be.
Oh, what do we got here?
Sergio Castillo hit from 56 earlier this season.
58. Ooh.
Takes it out here on the missed field goal, and will find the 10. Winnipeg downfield, trying to slow down.
Oh my God. Wow. McAllister is having a game of his life. A rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a kick return touchdown.
I think there was a laces out. I think it was a laces out dance situation. It looked like a bit of a funky hole. Is that ball is kicked?
Damn.
You look at this, Dustin, and I know there's a lot of people that love this. For me, look at the O-lineman. I mean, it's not like you're in by some O-lineman, Dustin. You're not impressed by no. You know, for me, I love to see guys make great plays in competitive situations. And I'm not trying to take anything away from McAllister. He's obviously extremely fast and hit the hole very well. He just ran by a bunch of O-linemen there. Didn't even get touched, nor was it closer. Well, check out the hole. That's a bit of a strange kick there by Castillo.
Yeah, we got to take another look at this.
From deep, and they use them a lot from this far out. Oh, laces. I'm not a specialist, but it's spun in. I don't think the laces were in. I don't think we got laces out there. Those are side laces. Yeah, you'll have to ask the kicker. It just was really a holy struggle. I mean, it struggled to even get to the goal line. That kick went about 59 yards, really. I mean, look at the big balls trying to do it. We got no shot here. We got no shot. And I feel for him. Not going to ask a guy to be 320 pounds and battle in the trenches all game. We're like, hey, go tackle McAllister, but you don't usually have in open space.
Like, who would have thought McAllister is going to have 3 touchdowns tonight? Like, let's be real.
A return touchdown, a receiving touchdown, or rushing touchdown in the first half. He's been phenomenal. I mean, what can this guy do today? This is an all-time half from Tyreek McAllister. And now Winnipeg finds themselves in a bit of a hole. Here at home, tons of time still. And we are settling in for an absolute doozy. For Friday Night Football, McAllister has 240 combined yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. Now here's Babel. If anyone can answer, it's him. Babel will be contained back to the 35 and no further. I think if you're a Bombers fan right now, the good news is you were in a similar situation last week against Ottawa and much later in the game. But one of the big things is playing at Princess Auto, obviously the fans, crowd noise. This place has gone from very excited after the Nick Dembski touchdown to very silent at the moment. It was a 17-point.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of miss McAllister and Hamilton, but we also have Wooden Senior too, so. Double A's, okay. Brown throws to Wilson for 10 yards to Winnipeg 45. Grant with the tackle, and then Perkins rushed for 1 yard for the second and inches to give it a first down. Alexander with the tackle.
Scary a little bit. You know, you start getting these short yard situations, you fumble the operation, and you're Tommy Condell, so you have trust in it, but it makes your stomach turn a little bit. A little nervous. Got the job done. Wasn't pretty, but Drew Brown will come back out.
The only thing that sucks for McAllister is unless you put him on defense to get an interception for a touchdown. No, that'd be funny. Brady Oliveira rushes for 3 yards to the Winnipeg 49. Kyle Wilson with the tackle.
So far in this game, this Calgary defense has to be happy with the first half. Yeah, and you said it, Dustin. This Calgary
Oh, we said 14 touches. Okay, so that's
The only play was on a great return where they had great field position. The Bombers, and they hit that screen.
4,
Outside of that, they have struggled moving the ball
5.
through the air or on the ground. Empty for Brown this time. Four receivers, so to his wide side left. Calgary will just send three. Brown finds Dembski in a soft spot of that defense, and he's got enough for a Winnipeg first down.
Brown throws to Dembski for 7 yards to Calgary 54. Moten with the tackle. It's going to be a first down. Bombers. He's a Japanese leader now, leading as a rookie in home runs, even though he's 30 years old. Isn't what's his name from the Jays not that far off from getting 30? I forget what his name is. I haven't watched a Jays game in like forever. Because I only watch Jays games. Brown throws the Cobb for 14 yards to the Calgary 40. First down, Bombers. So I only watched Jays games up until the draft of the CFL. And then training camp, I don't. So the Jays games are what helps me get through the CFL offseason outside of the CFL offseason. Drew Brown passes to Ontario Wilson for 6 yards to Calgary 34. Hutchins with the tackle. Oh, Otani? Is that what it is, Otani? Oh, yeah. Okamoto. Okay, yeah. Okamoto, yeah. And then after that, unless there's like a bobblehead that I want during the regular season, I'll go for it. But other than that, CFL's until the end of the season. And then usually like July 1st, I'll do some hockey stuff. Same with free agent signing for the HL. And then October 2nd, I start my hockey coverage until the Oliveira rushes for 5 yards to the 29. And then Tim White rushes for 2 yards to the 27, so it's 2nd and 8. And then after AHL starts, NHL, and CFL playoffs will just be happening. And then you have AHL for the offseason, and then spring comes around, and then it's CFL again.
Probably the best drive that Winnipeg has put together in this game so far.
Yeah, until Brown throws another interception.
Here in Winnipeg, it's the Stampeders trying to snap a 2-game slide. They lead 22-7 on the road.
Otani is second in home runs for Japan on Dodgers. I'm slowly becoming an Islanders fan. Like, I've been a Minnesota Wild fan for the last 26 years since they came into league in 2020 or 2000. Sorry. So if I had to pick, I'd say West team is Minnesota, East team's the Islanders. I'm just glad Matt Luff is back for this upcoming season. Oh, that reminds me, Jeff Jefferson's signed today. So I got to make a video for that too. I'm not going to lie. I kind of hope Eklund doesn't make the Islanders and he starts off with Hamilton. That team's going to be disgusting this upcoming year if he doesn't make the Islanders. I honestly think he's better off playing for Hamilton because then he can develop better. But yeah, I'm waiting till the roster's announced before I buy my jersey. And I think they're only like 175, if I'm not mistaken.
Spirit, because we wanted to wish our fearless leader here, Jamie Rydell, a very
$150.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
So I'll probably get like a blue and white one. Get one of each. So with what? My hat? Is that what you're saying, Scott? What's with these hats? Oh, because it was someone's birthday on TSN. Drew Brown passed on Terry Wilson for 14 yards to the Calgary 13. So here's the thing, Funfish. So I went and bought a pair of season tickets. And then so I'm also supposed to be getting a job with a media company this season, so I can be up in the press box. Now, if that happens or not, because they're still trying to work on getting me my media pass. If it works, okay. And Brady Oliveira rushes for 13 yards for a touchdown. Oh, yeah, it's probably someone's birthday, like someone for TSN. So that's the thing. So games that I can't get a media pass for, then I can still go to the games. Games that, I get a media pass for, then I can always get the give the tickets to my friends that want to go. The Toronto, all the Toronto games I'm going to, and then the Belleville one, I'm at least going to one on the road. And then Laval, Laval's still up in the air if I'm going to go to Laval. It would have to be a weekend game if I go to Laval. And then but yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the US for obvious reasons. But that's okay, because I can always see them play in Hamilton, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not too worried. Scott Wade says Oliveira touchdown. Yeah, it kind of makes it close, but I mean, you're still down by 8. So here's the thing, Funfish, is a lot of stuff have changed since COVID. Because the last time I seen the Bulldogs play in the AHL was back in 2014. And they would have a few preseason games. Nowadays, the NHL teams only have preseason games and the AHL teams do not. At least Hamilton doesn't anyways. So our first game is against Bell. Oh yeah, that's the other one. I'm gonna go to a few Belleville games. So debating on my work schedule, I may go for the Belleville game. Oh, what's this promotions? So I'll definitely go to this one, but I'm going to these 3 for sure. Laval University might get the 10th team. They will move the old Coliseum site where the Nordiques played. Yeah. Castillo kicks off for 77 yards to the Calgary 30-yard line. McAllister returns it for 23 yards to the Calgary 26. Jackson with the tackle. So that's so dumb. AHL players stuck up. So the old practice facility that the old Hamilton Bulldogs used to play at. It's actually called the Quad Pad in Hamilton. And there's 4 rinks on it. They used to practice on one of them during the day. But the what is it? The new one that they're renovating for the AHL team. The AHL team is putting a lot of money into it. It's about a 20-25 minute drive. Philpott rushes for 3 yards to the Calgary 29. So, Scott, I'm talking about before the Hamilton Bulldogs OHL. I'm talking about the Hamilton AHL team back in 14. But yeah, I know the Bulldogs are in Brampton. Almost died. Adams throws for 13 yards to the Calgary 42. Griffin the second with the tackle. Oh, like I said, he's already telling me Jays win one and then back to losing again. Mills rushes for 5 yards to the Calgary 47.
These drives right now, with the time left on the clock, remember, Winnipeg won the toss and elected to take the ball. So if you're an offensive photo right now, you got to say, hey, let's have a nice sustained drive and end with points. End with points and get a chance to double up here. A lot of games can be won and lost in these moments.
Yeah, so basically what it was, Funfish, is Vernon Adams passes to Jalen Philpott for 13 yards to the Winnipeg 50. Evan Holmes with the tackle. So here's the thing of how Brantford started is. So the owner of the Suns, Michael Anlauer, was the owner of the Bulldogs when they were in Hamilton. So when it came to renovating the arena, he wanted the city to put in more money than what he was going to be putting in. So then he's like, screw this. So he moved the team to Brantford while they're renovating the stadium. While they were in Brantford, they signed a new lease. Adams passes to Brooks for 6 yards to the Winnipeg 44. So it's going to be 2nd and 4. So since they signed the new lease, there's actually a video that I have on my Hamilton Sports YouTube channel of the interview that they did with fans. And I asked them, like, why Hamilton? Like, why this? So the Oakview group, who actually runs the Islanders arena, is the one that runs the Hamilton arena. And McAbney kicks for a 52-yard field goal. So then, what is it? So then, the Oakville group approached the Islanders and said, okay, well, we run this rink. Let's run the Hamilton one if you guys move there. So, rest is history. They moved from Bridgeport to Hamilton after being with Bridgeport Partners for 26 years. And there's a flag on the play.
Got an injured Bomber lineman as well. I believe that's Broxton.
Also a injured Bomber on the field.
It is indeed Broxton.
Broxton's injured.
The officials, a quick
I know, but the thing is, Funfish, the Brantford team owns the rights to that name, so we couldn't call it the Hamilton Bulldogs.
on the timing of this flag being thrown. A long discussion there. Broxton, 5 years of BC Lions, all CFL last season. And he is up
As Broxton limps off to the sideline,
and walking off the field.
Oliveira rushes for 21 yards to the Calgary 49.
Going to be picked up.
You look at Dempsey here. So what happens with these rules is whether or not he's considered in the tackle box, depending on that motion.
There's no foul on the play for low block. It's a legal block by 10 Winnipeg.
So if he's a tight end in the position of a tight end, that is completely legal. It's a bit of a gray area where
But at the same time, like, I don't mind the Hammers name because if you think about it,
so I think they saw it. Probably went back.
it has like Hamilton history because the steel mills and things like that. So I don't mind.
He got popped by Clarence Hicks. Injured Stampeder back by the Calgary 30.
Oh, there's an injured Stampeder. Brown almost gives up.
Tough here is Broxton going down. You bump Wallace out to right tackle. So you see Flo come on the one side and basically force Drew Brown up and into a massive. I mean, you could
Alexander's the injured player on the field.
So Winnipeg has this ball in a second down situation on the Calgary 49. They would already try it from here with Castillo. We saw him miss from 58, but if they don't pick up anything here, trot him out here again, I would think. But second and 10 for Brown. He's
Brown passes to Neal for 8 yards to Calgary 41.
slides over there as well. Brady out in the slot to the left. That's where Brown's going to look. It's where he's going to throw. He's got time here. And Neal will be stopped. Nice tackle on the play. And Neal was stopped just outside the 40. So a little bit more manageable here for Sergio Castillo.
Yeah, and when we roll this, Neil does a great job of catching this thing. Okay, but look at the tackle here. Whoa, okay. And these things, they matter so much because it's not a big hit or anything like that. It's a first down, the sticks are moving, and we get a couple extra plays to get them closer.
49-yard field goal attempt pretty much straight away for Castillo as he looks to bounce back. That's exactly what he does.
Castillo kicks a 50-yard field goal, so it's 25-17.
Shrug there for Sergio. And the Bombers come away with points. And now trail by 8.
If you love to see that mental toughness from a kicker, obviously this guy's been doing it for a long time. You expect it, but I always say you got to continue to idle when guys make mentally tough plays. You miss it, it leads to 7 the other way. The last kick, he comes in, kick there, drills it right down the middle. I'll tell you one thing right now, Coach Mike O'Shea's going to love that out of his kicker.
Castillo knows that his miss earlier will be a talking point at the half because it led to a 118-yard return TD. Laura, Enoch,
So I'll be back. I'm just going to go grab batteries for my mouse while this plays for the last 4 seconds.
the 8 got 9 seconds. And he looked for field goal range. He's in trouble and heavy. Take it down. Ball is out. Calgary's on it. And VA a little slow to get up. Serezna. Wrecking ball late in the half.
Watch the effort here from Surratt. He's playing with this 3 technique for all those football gurus out there. Just grinding, comes up, little bull rush action, keeps working, slides off it. It's the little things. You want to take away scrambling lanes for Vernon Adams. And he got up real gingerly there. Good to see him back in there taking a knee to end this thing.
We're going to talk some trash.
Major Williams as well. I like that, Dawson. I like a little trash talk. Believe it or not. Send a message at the end of the half. Let's go. We're in for a good second half coming up.
What a half. In fact, it's the only time we've ever seen a half like this. McAllister becomes the first player in CFL history with 3 different types of touchdowns in a single half. And a rushing touchdown. This is his receiving touchdown. And then, of course, 1 hop on the missed field goal. And it was no doubt the other way. And he stands by with Daniel Bain.
Thanks, guys. Tyreek, what a start for you. A rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and then you return a missed field goal for a touchdown. How are you able to showcase so much versatility in your game right now?
I just give all credit to my coaches. Well, I thank God first more than anything, but I was going to give credit to my coaches, my teammates, who's put me in a position to make plays, and they trusted me to go out there and make the plays, so I just make them.
So you have a big start, and then your quarterback, Vernon Adams Jr., makes history with that touchdown that he threw. What can you say about him and what he's been able to do for this team's offense so far this season?
It's just amazing what he can do. Like, the leadership he brings, the player that he is, it's just amazing just watching him come to work here with him every day, and I'm so proud of him, and I told him to keep going.
Good luck in the next half.
Thank you.
Well, Laura, we've got a good one here between 2 teams in the West on a beautiful night in Winnipeg. Halftime for you and the panel. History being made all over the place. We are at Bud Light at the half. Yes, an 8-point lead in Winnipeg. So
Well, they've came back in their minute within like 6.
the man that McAllister
These
was talking
on
about,
your
Vernon Adams
best
Jr.
so you
setting
can
up
watch
all the 2 CFL records here tonight. The first being 18 touchdowns without an interception thrown. That is the best start to a season.
There's one here sitting on the dryer.
Touchdowns overall, and that is another CFL record, toppling the mark set by his head coach, which is probably feeling pretty good as well.
I love watching.
So VA set that record.
Talk about the pregame, but one of the best things
Vernon
this
Adams.
season is he's processing information quickly.
18 touchdowns without an interception.
Get the ball in your hands quickly. This is what happens. Philpott can make people miss because he has more time. This was a 6-yard play that turns into a 28-yard run. Here's another one. 14-yard run. On the ball out of his hands quickly.
There's another sock directly that has to be washed. It was done by the side of the dryer.
This is one of the
Okay.
deep shots they took. He recognized the safety left and vacated
Oh.
the middle of the field. Nobody took the back down.
Put it on the side of the dryer, so I threw it on your laundry basket.
Okay.
It's underneath throws, underneath, and occasional shot plays. There's the 18 touchdowns to start a season with 0 interceptions. That's some pretty big people to beat that record by. And hats off to him because you always heard that conversation of, oh, VA's bad today. Why did he make that decision? He's really flourishing working with Jarius Jackson. That's a lot of those defenses, and they've done a great job. And obviously, it's so hard to figure out the 2 wins with all these points on the board for this football.
And Dodgers were winning.
Here, while you're going upstairs, take those with you.
Dodgers were winning.
It's been truly amazing watching him. And you got to give it up.
What's
to
the
him
score?
because you can see he's a well-
25-17.
The fact that he can
It was 22-17.
not only on special teams, but also doing this right here. And this is such a luxury.
Who's the quarterback for Winnipeg now? Like Claris is hurt.
Drew Brown,
Oh,
The first touchdown was 17.
that came over from Ottawa.
That's not long enough. Then he went for 56 yards. He said, that's not long enough. Then he said, I'm going to go for 118 yards. And what do they call this right here, Enoch? The biggest mismatch in football. Biggest mismatch in football. We have those
We'll wear some great business. We will wear some great business.
263 total yards in the first half. The record is 496 by Deontay Spencer. See if he can get it. We talked about how pivotal the game.
260 total yards in the first half. Damn. What do we got for Team yards.
And you look at Clarence Hicks and how he's getting to the ball, but these guys are having multiple hats to the football. This is what you want to see from a defense that needs to play better. It's not just from one guy, but it's multiple guys. And then here, Jalen Hutchins, he's just showing up all over the field right here. And for your defensive tackle to make plays like that, and then you get the interception as well. This is what they were known for last year. 19 interceptions, and this year they only have 4. But this play right here, Jalen Hutchins down to the sideline to make a play. That makes me a little jealous. I'm talking about Markel Lee and those guys, the linebackers. Any linebacker knows if you want to play well, you got to have a good defensive line. And if you got defensive tackles that smell the screen and start running to the sideline, that gets me. What does that screen smell like? What does that screen smell like?
That first half got everyone excited. How about that light, easy time? We go back to the second quarter.
I'm surprised they don't have it in the stats. They don't have it in team stats. McAllister's return field goal, return touchdown.
Dempsey also surpasses 6,000 receiving yards in his career with the Bombers. So all that excitement in the first half leads us to the rest of halftime. We've got straight fire.
What was the question? 207. So they don't have the McAllister touchdown yet. Because it should be right here. Bum, 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 bum.
It has been a while since I've done one of these. I guess I gotta bring the energy.
You gotta get high.
What time is it, guys? What time is it?
It's time for Straight Fire! Alrighty, let me start off with Ontario football and the Peel Panthers. Quarterback J.J. Robinson with the great throw, but the better catch by Lamar.
Ontario Summer League under 18 AAA.
Just help him win the game against Guelph. Great catch, great throw, and that right there.
Straight Fire.
Nine-year-old James Mullany heads outside and cuts right back and comes again. And he tries to feel the line with them. He keeps going. And breaks away from the he's outrunning his teammates and opponents and the referee. So that's not it. Trying to get the run away and saying he will say, you can hold me back. I'm gonna score this touchdown. I got it.
Straight Fire.
All right, we got the Tunes, the U15 girls flag football from Saskatoon. Look at that high point. Youth flag football championship.
Man, it's more like a rugby ball than that's a football. Fire.
Lenny Antonini, granddaughter of Len Antonini, daughter of Campbell Antonini, who helped us out on CFL broadcast and Grey Cup for years. She's running all over the place here. Let's go. And then she'll find her moments. You might want to sign her up. There you go. We got Dayla. The ponytail is flapping, and you know what that means. She's thinking, man, I hope I get on Straight Fire one of these days with this. She plays for the Jets of the 6'7" Regina Youth Flag football team, and she caps off this edition of Straight Fire. Now, if you're interested in seeing one of your plays here on CFL on TSN, send it to straightfire@bellmedia.ca. Can't keep yelling because we got 2 more games to go this weekend. We're not going to have voices. I mean, the good news is we won't be able to sing anymore, but a big second half is coming up in Winnipeg. There goes my voice for it. Straight Fire!
It's something that I'm actually good at, but it's also something that I continue to get better at. Football is motivating me because it's challenging mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm part of something bigger than myself. I really love these games.
Okay, we are back for halftime. Let's go.
I have so much fun playing this game. There's nothing else like it.
Winnipeg scores 17 points in the second quarter. And
I ain't know how to really deal with them.
okay, so they got that.
So football kind of was like the only way I can express myself.
So McAllister got 2 touchdowns because this is where the kick return field goal one is. You know what?
Everything was big bad.
Let's see if
Change my whole family life. You gotta be sincere. You gotta be real. You gotta be yourself. I was put on this earth to play this game, and I've believed since I was 6 years old. I still believe to this day. I owe big credit to my dad. I owe big credit to my mom. Sacrificed so many things to be able to see me live out my dream. You know, I've been going at this since I've been 5 years old. What do you want to be when you're older? I want to be a ball player, and a damn good one. I'm very passionate about this game. That is my son. Life has changed drastically. Losing my dad, going from the 3rd string to 1st string to, you know, what people are saying, being the franchise quarterback. Brothers there. That's why we on the jail so tight. We all got something that brought us here. Remembering my younger self.
oh, I got the perfect joke for the post game show.
Now I get to be in those shoes. Hopefully able to inspire more.
Got the perfect joke.
And capture what makes this game so great. It's such an amazing league. It's given me so many amazing opportunities.
What does Brady have? Brady only has 8. 55 yards. Well, we're still playing kickoff content. Season's already kicked off. Friday night football tonight.
It's a massive mid-season battle between the Stampeders and Bombers. Calgary leads 25-17.
Down to 8 points, folks. They're down by 8 points.
Nick, 3 out of the 4 wins you guys have so far this season, you've been trailing at halftime. What has allowed you guys to pull those off, and what will you lean on here in the second half?
I guess it's just the resilience of this team. You know, we never consider ourselves out of the game. So I'll make sure we fight till the bitter end. So we just got to do all we can, play our Bombers standard, play our Bomber football, and then we're good to go.
Some of the guys that may not get as much love sometimes, the O-lineman, Patty Neufeld, a great play on your touchdown. What has he brought to the team this season and continues to do so year after year?
Leadership, physicality, and he's a vet.
Oh, and I forgot to change it from first quarter to third to second.
Boys did a great job holding that my touchdown, so I would also
Thanks so much.
thank you.
Third quarter. Dave.
Winnipeg won the first meeting of the season. Calgary's lost 2 in a row. They're 2-4. They are 2-1 when they lead at the half, which they do now, and they will have the ball to get us started. McAllister, first player in league history. Oh, what a big hit. To start the
Ooh, that's a penalty.
league history in the first half to have a rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, and a return touchdown. Takes a big pop on that one.
This drives me nuts. I just don't get it. You know, it's a good return here by McAllister. We started to have you give him a free 15 yards. Like, that's clearly a late hit. You're stepped out of bounds. At least try and lay up. Like, in a tight game, in a division game, you just can't give up 3 yards. I'm already fired up. 5 seconds into the second half, I'm losing my mind.
14:55 left in the third quarter.
They might get away with one here. Looks like we're having a meeting of the minds here at the officials.
So it did look like that in the penalty. But
So Castillo kicks off for 68 yards to the Calgary 12. McAllister returns. McAllister returns for 25 yards to the Calgary 37. Jackson with the tackle, and then Brown gets a hold. Jackson gets the unnecessary roughness. So you go from 25 yards, which is a difference of 5 yards from the 37 to the 42. Adams passes to Philpott for a 69-yard touchdown. Wait, what did I pick? Okay, I did pick Calgary. Okay.
It's a great disguise. So when we go back, look what we got here. We got an extra offensive lineman playing tight end, and we've got
Touchdown stamps.
back there. We show run. We line up in it. We got a pulling guard. Everyone bites in. We get a one-on-one matchup to the wide side of the field, and Philpott does the rest. Makes 1 man miss, makes 2 men miss, makes 3 men miss. You want to talk about an extra effort play right there? Should have just been explosive. I'm losing my mind in a good way. Philpott there, it's a
Oh, I forgot to add the points. Jalen Philpott with already 128 yards. You know what? Tyson says, I can do this. Philpott says, I can do that too. McAtney kicks off for 58 yards to the Winnipeg 22. Vaville returns for 16 yards to the Winnipeg 38. What does Drew have? 138.
Down 2 possessions. Aaron Adams starting to heat up. 13 to 17 for 136 yards. And he'll dump it off to the big tight end, Dante Daniels. And he's close.
Brown passes to Daniels for 9 yards to the Winnipeg 47. So it's 2nd and 1 from the Winnipeg 47.
This is my favorite. Okay, so you line him up and it's a little run action. So here he is here. He's going to sell block first. And you basically wait to trigger. So here we go. He's going to sell block, boom. And you see hits trigger, and he just goes, oh, it's basically a tight end screen. It's a play they like to kind of get going, use here and there. What they can also do is slow down the defensive line in the run game.
8 yards to Daniels, 2nd and 2. Perkins in short yardage. Reaching ahead, and that looks like it'll be enough for a first down.
A little trivia for you here, Gus. Where did Dante Daniels grow up? Windsor, Ontario. Who would have thought? A great tight end out of Windsor. Who would have thought?
Uh-oh, what was this?
Absolutely. And, talking to Danny Neufeld this week, I did ask him how they do. He's a youngster, and he just said he loves the intensity he belongs to. And when you have a 15-year vet,
Ooh.
saying things like that says something.
We're going to save that for the postgame.
We talked about earlier, he's 3rd in the league in completion percentage allowed. Now he's coming up and making sweet plays on tackles on wide receiver sweeps to Nick Dembski. Sounds like a complete player.
Dembski in the first half, 66 yards and a touchdown. That'll be a 2nd and 10 for Drew Brown. Dembski straight down the field. They're going to look for Wilson.
We talked about the chin concept, the goal in the end. It's one of their favorites. And here again, it's a different variation this time. But what we're going to see here is we're going to come out and come inside. There's going to be a clear out route here, and we slot underneath. Watch the patience here from Pokey Wilson. He ends up coming in, and we'll get back to it. Pokey Wilson does a great job of basically slowing, so let the receiver clear out in front of him, and then win on the inside. It's a great throw by Drew Brown.
6th catch of the game for Pokey. Empty set here for Brown. Calgary sets 4. Brown gets it away quickly and on target. Moncrief and Weber there, but Dembski's.
Brown passes to Wilson for 33 yards to the Calgary 28. And then he throws to Dembski
Lisa, sometimes I wish I
for 4 yards to the Calgary 24. Game's not over yet. The game's not over yet. The game's not over yet. Drew Brown gets sacked for 4 yards to the Calgary 28. Flo Ortamalade.
They're trying to get a match of wide receiver on a linebacker, and it doesn't work, and then you're going to see Flo here just absolutely dominate. Again,
Castillo with a 36-yard field goal.
right tackle. The Flo comes all the way around, runs the hump, little stunt. As much as you want to blame offensive linemen, quick game, it's not supposed to take that long. So to me, that's what we call a covered sack, not on the O-line.
Castillo 1 for 2 tonight. This is a 36-yarder. And he makes it a 12-point game. The Bombers trail by an even dozen, trying to take the season series against Calgary. Rimolade. Loving it. MLS on TSN continues tomorrow as CF Montreal hosts defending champion Inter Miami. Tune in 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on TSN. Bert Younger, defensive coordinator. I'd really like a stop on this one.
Yeah, this is a moment where you got to go to your big-time players. Willie Jefferson, I'll put Jake Cereza in there. Someone's got to make the play, kind of put momentum in the second half.
They've done a great job of Mills so far in this game. Mills is not even there right now.
Adams passes to McAllister for 6 yards to the Calgary 46.
He finds a little bit of space, picks up close to 6 yards on first down.
McAllister is electric runner with the ball in his hands. So get a little wide receiver screen, comes back here. And just, we make a guy miss here. We kind of knife this thing up. But what looked like a 1-yard gain ends up being a really nice 5-yard gain. I'd say it's a short one. Here we go.
My son is watching at home tonight, and he's going to be mad at me because I advised him last week to drop McAllister and pick somebody up. You're in the offense. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Adams passes incomplete to Brissett.
The streak was almost over for Vernon Adams. Kyrie Wilson got inside the receiver on that one.
And again, you see Bird look the other way, and he just doesn't have any time because this time it's Fletcher gets in there, and this is almost a disaster. You got to kind of understand, you're still with 2-possession lead. You can't turn the ball over. You just need the pick there. I think Bird's very fortunate to get away with one there, but in fairness to him, not the easiest when Fletcher's standing right in your face with his hands in the air.
From the 35, Bassett hangs one out there. Travel will take it. receiver on the cover team gets down the field and makes the tackle. VA, no interceptions yet this year. He went away there.
No, I'm actually quite curious.
Well, some guys are just natural born leaders, and Patty Neufeld is one of them. For more on that, let's send it back down to Daniel.
This one.
Thanks, Dustin. Neufeld has seen so much in his career. He's been in the league since 2011. And when I talked to him this week, he said one of the favorite things for him at this point in his career is actually being a vet, being an older guy and having those moments where he can really be a leader for those younger players. Now, 2 weeks ago, his veteran presence was on full display after his teammate Trey Babel fumbled on a punt return. He was one of the first guys to go up to him on the sidelines to offer some of that support, telling him he was just about to do something big and just to focus on that next play. Well, not too long after the fumble, Babel returned a Toronto missed field goal into a Winnipeg touchdown. And while it was all going down, Neufeld was running down the sidelines telling me that he was screaming, "I told him so!" Just yesterday, Babel was laughing as I told him the story, saying just how grateful he is for Neufeld and the rest of the vets on this team. They truly feel like big brothers or uncles, people that would do anything for them on and off the field, guys.
One of the moments of the year in the league, that series of events for the Bombers as they go back on the ground here to Brady.
I'll say this. A lot of times when you talk, you see these guys. Look at them. Oh, okay. When you talk to certain position players, they just know their position. And I had the privilege of talking to Pat this week, and he just is a guy who understands ball. You know, he has an electric feelings talking to him. Hey, we're talking run games, we're talking pass pro. It was really a special conversation for me. I was very fortunate to have it.
Brady rushes for 9 yards to the Winnipeg 35 and then rushes 3 more to the Winnipeg 38. So it's going to be a first down. Brady Oliveira. Brady rushes for 6 yards to the Winnipeg 44. Brady Oliveira rushes for 10 yards to the Winnipeg 54, but there's a holding on Eli, 10 yards. So they go from the Winnipeg 44 to the Winnipeg 34. So 2nd and 14.
See how they said. So they got the wrong. I believe they got the wrong number there. You're looking. It should have been the left. To me, the left guard there is being. It could have been 2 holes. Well, legitimate call.
So it's a 2nd and 14. Certainly be trying to pass the ball here for Drew Brown, who's 17 and 21. And he's going to go down the field. Dinsky defends it and knocks it out of his hands.
Now,
Fans want a flag on.
I think this might be one you could consider challenging. I'm surprised Dembski didn't make more of a reaction. Yeah, we'll see it here. Initially live. First, it's a great job by Dembski to pull that ball out. Playing DB there by Nick Dembski.
They won't challenge it. Looked like Hosh had a quick conversation with him. And now it's blocked. Ball's just sitting there. And Winnipeg will hop on it. There's a flag on the play. Cat Hollander turned around.
Oh, there's a block on the punt, but let's see what this flag is.
What a play by Calgary as they continue to get it done on special teams. Thomas using all of that 6'4" frame to make the play.
There's a meeting of minds going on with their officials right now. But special teams is killing the Bombers right now. They're just getting. I don't know how this happens.
No yards interference. Winnipeg number 47. 15-yard penalty.
So it's a no yards interference.
Teams for the Stampeders, the difference in this one. Look, Thomas flying in there. Calgary ball when we return to Winnipeg.
I'm just going to see where they're going to be starting with the ball. So they go, ooh. Oh, they changed it. They did have it at the 21 yard line.
Massive moment here on Friday Night Football. Big block by the Stampeders.
Yeah, you're going to see the right side of your screen, but I think this is a shanked punt. And if you see the trajectory of the punt here, and I'm not a specialist, but watch the drop. See the big drop there? And the ball's out. I actually think this is part of the reason this is blocked. Like, generally, you have to take it off the foot. Now, there's a lot of space there. I don't know if they're trying to directionally kick a low liner, but that was a real funky situation.
Either way, first down. Looking for the touchdown, but it's broken up.
Adams passes to Brooks, incomplete from the Winnipeg 21 yard line. Adams got another first down. Passes Brooks for 14 yards to Winnipeg 7. Williams with the tackle.
It's still a first down, though, for the Stampeders.
Little stop route here, and the key with these stop routes is speed. Speed, 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 speed. Oh, we got a dig, dig, dig. Okay, they go double route, the stop, come back, and you just want to push that defender back. So we saw it happen there. It was like you almost want to lose the double route, and then goes to the DB backs up with a foot in the ground. Great timing throw by Vernon Adams as well.
First and goal for Calgary from the Winnipeg 7, looking to blow this thing open. Bill Stampede to the left of Vernon Adams. Now he fires up to the left. To the corner.
Touchdown. Tevin Jones.
But there will certainly be a discussion on this one.
Dustin, you know, an offensive guy, I don't think it's a long enough possession. This is a tremendous, it goes hands to hand, so it's a great throw. It's a great initial catch. But let's watch this thing here. I don't know.
I would agree with you, man.
I don't. So, but when I say hands to hands, you realize he's going to catch the football and you're right to where his hands are. This is the gray area. It's in every league. What is and what isn't a catch? How long and how short you need possession.
The lower look makes me think he might have had it for long enough, but that's also slow mo. And they are going to say it's a good touchdown. And Calgary goes up by 18. Now Calgary goes up by 19. Katambi knocks another one home. After the big blocked punt, it's 3 plays, 21 yards. Touchdown, Tevin Jones. Calgary on top.
Okay, so they're saying that the touchdown is good. And let's add Junior to Jones. Touchdown. And 39.
Jays lost again.
That's okay. Bombers losing by 19.
They lost 6-4.
Well, that's a given.
Goes it back down to 10.
Tevin Jones in rear high.
He's below 500.
Back when he was with Edmonton, he's got 4 already this season.
Yeah, so I want you to watch the eyes here of Major Williams. So he's actually playing zone, and you're going to see Philpott come in
But
here.
that's
and
nothing
separate
new.
really late. So there it is.
Knew they were going to lose.
Hesitation is that you see Philpott, he's looking at
I just want to see what was going on the MLB network, and they showed the lost. Okay, I'm done everything, so you can have the dryer and washing machine.
Oh, we have another flag.
Tevin Jones fitting in very well here with Philpott and Brooks as set. Mark Barnes, they bring back Alford, maybe Baggleton at some point. VA's got some guys holding. He can get the ball to 5. 10-yard penalty. First down.
And this we talked about a bit earlier, Dustin, but when I say you're Winnipeg, the names you just dropped are receiving. Like, if Calgary gets going, and we haven't seen a ton of it tonight, Vernon Adams needs to also do the off-schedule plays, which he's tremendous at. This team has the makings of I believe the young kids call it a wagon. and you got a chance to kind of really put a dagger in him early in the season and certainly slipping away from Winnipeg at the moment.
Drew Brown down the field, cannot connect with Tommy Niels.
And Dustin, I'm not trying to make excuses for Drew Brown or Tommy Neal here, but when you see zone plays like this, when you're open, I credit that a lot to just not understanding. These guys haven't spent that much time. They don't exactly, okay, I'm expecting Neal to sit down here. Drew Brown thinks something else. Tommy's is in a couple yard difference. You got several big first down conversion. You're sitting at 2nd and 10.
Zach Lars watching on. 2nd and 10 here for his backup, Drew Brown. Pressure coming. Got it away. Taken away.
Interception. Oh, and then he fumbled it. He threw it right back to them.
It's a brutal decision by Drew Brown. We're all saying this is not open at all at any point. You drive on it, but this is. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I don't think I have.
I've seen pitches that get fumbled, but not pitches that get picked off.
Pokey Wilson.
So respect for Pokey for being there.
On the play. I can't believe what I saw there.
It's a great pick. Let's start by saying it's a great pick, good catch. What happened, it was such a gut punch to me because I was like, well, there's the game. They're jammed up now.
That's why you just go down. Just go down. Take the ball with you and just go down. Brown throws Cobb for 4 yards to Winnipeg 39, and then throws to Tim White for 20 yards to Calgary 51.
Nice job there by Drew Brown rebounding. You know what they say, you give someone a break, they'll take advantage of it. Looks like it could happen.
Right back into the arms of White again. Can you imagine if that turnover leads to a Bombers 19-point comeback to win this football game?
Yeah, I think LaRosse is going to be sick about that. Because, again, he's played very well today, just doing a little too much at a moment where you don't need to. It's already a tremendous play.
Do you think Lee's asking for the ball now? Is that why he hands it off? It looked like Lee sort of jumped behind him and was like, here.
I certainly hope not.
That's what he has to give it to him. Here's Brady.
Brady Oliveira with a 49-yard touchdown.
This is a really sweet draw play. So you're going to watch the offensive line all set. They're not really trying blocking. And it's just a special play call and a great finish by Brady. So you see the final alignment. We're going to take a step back. It's a ball snap. And you see how they all set like it's a pass pro. And then here you go. Everyone rushes up the field. And you got I'd say new center because he's coming in for the injury. Dewey, great job climbing it. Brady does the rest.
Castillo boots it through. And the Bombers deficit is back to a dozen as they refuse to go away.
That's what a turnover. That's a wild one.
Brady Oliveira
special. And if you're a young receiver sitting at home right now, instead of being first and goal from the 7, because Lucky Wilson is showing effort running downfield, Brady just uses his presence and cuts right off and finishes the job. So Brady deserves his flowers, but Ontario Wilson is going to show up in the film meeting, not on the stat sheet. He's a guy that made a lot of big plays in that drive.
Brady now has 3 rushing touchdowns on the year, all 3 of them coming in the 2 games against the Calgary.
Castillo kicks off for 67 yards to Calgary 13. McAllister returns that for 25 yards to the Calgary 38.
Milestone night here for Brady Oliveira as he passes 6,000 rushing yards in his career. Just the 5th Canadian rusher to do so, joining a very, very short but impressive list.
Yeah, there's a lot of great names on that list, and it looks like he might, maybe tonight would be awesome for your Bombers friend, but he's certainly going to continue to climb that list here in the very near future.
Calgary will get the ball back again. Calgary has now scored 30 points in 6
Mills rushes for a 2-yard loss to the Calgary 36, so it's 2nd and 12.
So we watch the right side here. We get this and we get that. This is as plain as it comes. Like it's an X blitz from your Sam linebacker. You know they're going to play the gap inside. You don't communicate up front. And now you're staring at 2nd and 12. Certain things need to be executed, and that was one of them if you're Calgary's offensive line.
2nd and long for VA as the corner flies down. Bomber shows some pressure. Back it up. He's going to be taken down. Bombers on the 50-yard. Looks like they had it at the bottom of the pile. Winnipeg takes it on.
Vernon Adams sacks, fumbles the ball, and Bombers recover it.
Makes the play.
Plays in a row from Andrews. He comes on the pressure earlier and then hits this one. Unbelievable.
Do not go anywhere. We came started with a bang last night. How are you supposed to follow that up? Well, how about this? Stampeders and Bombers back and forth on Friday Night Football on TSN.
End of the 3rd quarter. In what sense? Are you talking about like the scoring? Oh, that's not 4th quarter. Because I've heard some people saying the scoring's off. Let me pull up mine. See, they should just have it where it's like, oh, I guess I could go into matchups. Draft leagues, there's 0 scoring. Mine has scoring. I have 32 points this week. I mean, okay, they probably haven't put in tonight's game yet, but they will. Just a matter of time. What do I have for my this week? What did I pick? Got me 2 points. Hicks, Philpott, Mattal. No, my team hasn't played yet.
Yeah, to me, that's a glaring stat. And of those 39 points, it's a bit misleading because 7 of them came off the missed field goal return, and then another 7 was off the block punt a few plays later. They've given up some explosive Bombers, but they have done very well in containing the number 1 rush offense. it has been really special. And I'll say this, Yaku there with 2 tremendous plays. That speed rip there is a great job. You get the script sack. You talk about how the game can change so fast. The crowd is woken up. You go from an interception that comes back, and you score a touchdown, and then 2 big
Brown throws incomplete to Daniels. 2nd and 10. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we'll update at some point today.
Just from a momentum perspective, if Calgary's defense can hold them to a field goal here, massive win. Massive win.
I'll say this, I know he's still early in his career, but this guy Clarence Hicks is just like, he's got the ability coming out of UTSA to just take over the game.
Brown passes incomplete to Tim White. I mean, I will say that's a massive win if you get that, if you only give up 3 points on that turnover. Castillo with another field goal.
Winnipeg has run a lot of these kind of deeper hitch routes or stops, if you want to call. Heard me say the
So they're down by 9. Still 2 scores.
I think Calgary's starting to kind of recognize what's happening. It wouldn't surprise me if a double move is coming in the very near future here for Winnipeg.
Castillo sneaks one through, and we've got a 9-point game. How do you think you've got the leg for it? Old Dutch Foods is giving one fan the chance to win $500,000 in this year's CFL West Farm. Visit kicktowincontest.ca. One more time, that's kicktowincontest.ca to enter. Best of luck to everyone. All right, settle in here. 14 fabulous minutes to finish Friday Night Football. Brennan Adams has now gone 20 touchdowns to start the year.
So they already started at their 40, so they're already ahead to where they were. Because he turned it over on their 36. So Mills rushes for 3 yards to the Calgary 43, so it's 2nd and 7.
Mills is averaging 6.2 yards per carry on the season. Tonight he's just over 2 yards per carry.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job at bottling him up. That was a big point of emphasis. And if you're touching up the base in the first 3 quarters of this game, the Bombers defense has had a couple of busting in coverages, and they've given up some explosives, which you look back and they tackled poorly. But I think fundamentally they've been very sound, especially defending the run.
Brennan Adams, 2nd and 7. Some time. Dumps it off to Mills. Mills giving the field side. And he's stopped short of the first down. Looks like it'll be 2 yards short of the first down.
Decisions. I think they're waiting for the spot. Mills does a great job of making a man miss here, getting close.
It's a 1 yard.
Here we go. Not a full 2 for 1.5 yards. And now a late scramble. And they're going to rush out Quincy Vaughn, short yardage quarterback.
I love this. I love big 3rd downs. No one gets more fired up. I'm nervous right now. I couldn't be more excited.
3rd and 2.
Winnipeg's got a lot of momentum if they stop you here. You're in a lot of trouble. Vaughn trying to find a couple yards.
And they stop it.
Looks like a turnover on downs. And things go from bad to worse for the Calgary Stampeders.
And they only get 1 yard. They needed 2.
Hammered out when I saw Tanner Schmeckel come up. Now we're trying to fire out.
Let's get another look at it. Did he get the
No, I don't think so.
No.
Smart man. They're loving it in Winnipeg.
What a game. That's all I'm going to say is what a game. So what are we at now? We are at we're at 69. 83.5. Damn. Wow.
Another look at how Calgary got this ball. So everyone does a great job up front, but watching the corner screener, Cat Waller comes all the way around, and he's got the mindset of pulling the offensive player back. So here he comes off the edge, spills it, and this to me, as you're going to push, he's like, hey, I can't just follow this guy. I got to pull back, pull back, pull back. It's the little things. The guy comes in, knifes off that edge, and it's Winnipeg football. They'll start on the Calgary 50. Here's Brown.
Oh, interception. Wow, LeBrose is going to take off for the interception. Brown throws an interception to LeBrose, and he returns it for 63 yards to the Winnipeg 16.
This week's throwing. And when I say sitting, like he's on it right away. You would like to see Pokey maybe come back there, but I'm glad he didn't pitch it this time. If you're a Bombers fan, you miss that Polaris right now.
Ooh, VA throws incomplete to Philpott in the end zone. Almost the interception. Less than 11:01 left in the fourth quarter. Brandon Adams throws incomplete to Clark Barnes.
So what we have happen is there, and then it's basically a corner there, and this is the open guy here. So as you see this, you kind of read it high to low. This is where you need to throw this ball in here, pipe it, and just kind of let him run it.
And McApney kicks the 24-yard field goal, so we're back up to 12. We are back up to 12, folks. Oh, wait, I can change that because it's 42.39. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
CFL and TSA
All right,
will
so
be
they
back
fix it.
tomorrow as the Argos take on the Lions at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Catch all the action live on TSN.
No, they haven't fixed it yet.
Thursday night football, absolute banger last night. And Friday night football, we've got 72 combined points so far.
72 combined points. It's now bumped up to 83 and a half.
The second half, but Calgary still leads by 12. 42-30. Drew Brown, 3 interceptions. Clarence Hicks just bull rushed Bryant down the field.
And another interception. That's his 4th interception.
Winnipeg needs this man back badly, and I get it. It's tough. Drew Brown's in a tough spot. He was not here in camp. In a game like this, you just can't have these plays. But before we talk about the interception, you see Clarence Hicks is just, I mean, it don't get much better. That one sails on Drew. Tough moment for him there.
4th interception of the season for Alexander in that Calgary secondary. VA, final digger, down the field, just short.
Throw is incomplete to Tevin Jones.
Jones, and it's incomplete.
9:16 left in the 4th.
Back a little bit here. It's a nice route. We come up again right after the turnover. It's basically a little kind of skinny post by Jones. Uses big frame. They're going after Major Williams. You want to throw that ball high. Use his frame. It's underthrown, a little too much air. Major Williams, good coverage again. I think you're just trying to take advantage of how tall Jones is.
About a 4-inch, 5-inch height advantage there over Major Williams. For Jones, doesn't matter if it's at your feet. 2nd and 10. And the Bombers hold to a field goal again. And we've got a flag. Timeout, Calgary. Calgary calls a timeout to avoid the penalty.
Yeah, I'll say this. This is a crucial play, obviously, because for Winnipeg, although it's been tough sledding in the second half, you can keep this to a 2-possession game. The 3-minute rules in the CFL. This game is far from being over, but it's only a 15-point lead. That being said, if you could also potentially get a sack here or somehow affect a negative play, we all know Trey Battle can take a missed kick to the grip. There's a guy who can do it. It's Trey. So there's a lot of things that can go here. It'll be interesting if they bring some sort of pressure to potentially get a sack here, affect a negative play. Doesn't look like it. Takes a pretty sound alignment.
Yeah, they've got 3 on the line. Showed a little bit of pressure. They'll send 4. VA underneath. On the run, there's a flag. He's going to go to the end zone.
But there's a flag on the play.
Would have been coming back anyway.
And Dustin, I talk about bringing a blitz, so I guess you have Willie Jefferson and Jake Sorensen. You know where they need to bring a blitz because they're going to get pressure anyways. I mean, you look at this, they rush.
Holding on Calgary. So 2nd and 20.
Sucks with flash. You're just with a front. Major Williams making another BBU. And I think potentially we're talking about that field goal range. It's an interesting play call here to accept the holding. Come on, Tim, pick him up instead of having a little shorter field goal. And trust your defense to make another play.
Adams throws to Brooks for 11 yards to Calgary 35. Evan Holmes with the tackle. So it's going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt.
Just again, the game very fascinating. You said Griffin, the Sam linebacker, comes on a blitz there. Adams makes the right play by going short there to have a play call in there. You're just playing for the field goal, which I get at this point of the game. But all in all, based on the turnover, a great series for the Blue Bombers defense.
McAtamney for a 15-point cushion with 7.5 to play. It's a 42-yard attempt, and that is and he misses it.
McAtamney misses the field goal. 42-yarders, no good. And Valville returns it to 28 yards to Winnipeg 12.
And he's averaging a kick return touchdown every 4.6 games, which is a CFL record. Also looks really good as a cartoon character.
Yeah, this is a great job on the offensive line because he is so hard to tackle. So hard to
Drew Brown throws to Ontario Wilson for 2 yards to the Winnipeg 14. Less than 7 minutes to go in the game.
Drew Brown still has a chance here. They were down 17 in the fourth quarter against Ottawa. Now they're down 12, but just 6 and about half minutes left to work.
in face a second long here. Would really seem to settle back in. Completion here. Do wonders for this Winnipeg offense.
2nd and 8. Calgary just sends their 4. Brown still feeling the heat. Comes around and now he's going to take off with the flag. It's in the secondary. Finds Wilson. Wilson stretches it out. Now there's another flag right at the end of the play. I think the first one might have been against Calgary. Second one, I think, is against the Bombers.
Absolutely, Dustin. You're going to get a block and going the other way here on the second penalty.
So there's 2 penalties on this play.
The first one in the secondary. So to sort this out.
It's going to be, we believe, an illegal contact against Calgary.
Player 6 also just like he has all game, magically appeared in the backfield.
Let's try to sort out the second penalty here. Clarence Hicks is so interesting because he's listed at 224 as a defensive lineman.
Yeah, and he's very light, but he plays on his 275.
Brown passes to Wilson for 25 yards to
Number 9, penalties decline. Legal participation, Calgary number 44. That penalty is also declined. The result of the play is a first down. All right, so 2 penalties against Calgary. The one on the far sideline that we thought might have been against Winnipeg was on Anthony Johnson. For coming back in.
So Brown throws to Wilson for 25 yards to the Winnipeg 39. But there's 2 penalties, illegal contact, which is declined, and illegal participation, which if you run out of bounds, you can't run back in and join the play. But they're both declined. So it's first and 10 at the Winnipeg 39. And Brown throws incomplete to Tim White.
Wilson
much time there, and what's happening, everything mirrors out, Dustin. So when you have the rush you've got going, specifically with Clarence Hicks, the secondary understands that and knows that there's not that much time to throw the ball deep. So you're going to have to do these stop routes. And now they're sitting on everything, and the windows get tighter. So again, everything works.
Under 5:40 left. Brown throws to clear CS for 4 yards, so it's 3rd and 6. So now Calgary just has to bite their tongue and kill some clock. Sheehan punts 62 yards to the Calgary 5 out of bounds at the 5. Do. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Do.
Type of year in the Canadian Football League so far. Over 600 passing yards a game, completion percentage an all-time high. The points per game, 60 points per game. We're at 72 tonight.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of factors that one of them goes kind of hit those 35-second play clock. It's one place per game. You can tell.
This drive starts in the 5. VA makes one off, and it's holding Tevin Jones working against Moxie. Bought himself a little bit of space. Hold it in.
Adams Jr. passes to Tevin Jones for 29 yards to the Winnipeg 34. Jonathan Moxley with the tackle.
Moxie covers it. Look, he's on it the whole way. He's trying to squeeze on the sideline. Just can't locate the ball. Let's trust there with Vern Adams being like, hey, I'm just going to throw a 50-50 ball up. You see Moxie there again. Never really got sight of the ball. And Jones using that big frame.
Philpott rushes for 5 yards to the Calgary 39. Drew Nichols with the tackle, so 2nd and 5. Or Dedrick Nichols, not Drew Nichols was the quarterback. Dedrick Nichols.
Dustin, here we go again. We talk about the chess matchup. And that 2nd and 5 here. What do you dial up for Jordan Younger? Send the house. Do you try and twist? Do you use your front 4? He looks pretty cool, calm, collected there. I think the way his defensive line's playing, you probably go tight coverage and just send the front 4. Just send the 4. It looks like Tony Jones will play a little D-end here. He's on the 4. Excuse me.
Out to his right. Down the field. Wide
Adams to Brissett for 28 yards to the Winnipeg 43, but there's holding on the offense.
First catch of the game for Brissett, but this is coming back up to 54.
How many holding penalties are we going to have tonight? Like, my lord.
Here, look at the right tackle. Guess who he's going up against? Willie Jefferson. A massive completion. Okay, gets taken back. It's a legit hold. Willie Jefferson's going to work up the field, rip underneath. So he sells out. He puts his outside foot in the ground. You see the rip with the arm. It's a blade hold. And that is a massive swing. When Winnipeg needed it, Willie Jefferson gets it done again. Imagine this, Dustin. You're sitting there, you're playing Willie Jefferson. Speed rush, speed rush, speed rush. Phenomenal knee. Sells up the field, slides underneath. Good tape and grab. Just like that, second and 15.
Second and long here for Calgary. What a big crowd. Starting to fire it up a notch here. I think they're going to reset the clock to 3:28 and a timeout being called. So they'll get the clock sorted out properly. All right, so the clock has been reset to 3:28. And Calgary in a second and 15. Leading by 12, though.
Leading by 12, 3:28 left to go. Second and 15.
Their defensive line coach for the Bombers. We're talking about a CFL legend. That's a nice little cameo, I think. They're down at
Vernon Adams throws incomplete to Barnes, so it's 3rd and 15.
there he is. The big fella.
And it's incomplete. Barnes is working against Major Williams.
Dutson, this guy, Major Williams, I understand he's playing out of his mind. He's playing out of his mind. You want to talk about great technique as a DB. Watch this here. He doesn't get tricked. Oh, you're going to trick me now.
Bassett punts to the 53 yards to the Winnipeg 28. Vadville returns it for 1 yard to the Winnipeg 29.
Better. You don't get fooled by the little slow down. What a tremendous play there by Major Williams.
That's it. Kicks it into the Winnipeg Knights. Battle wrapped up and tracked down from behind. And Drew Brown will get the ball when we return. Less than 3 to go. Between the Stampeders and Bombers, Calgary in the driver's seat on Friday Night Football.
Friday night football tonight. Do.
night football in Winnipeg at Princess Auto Stadium. This is the second of 3 meetings between the Bombers and Stampeders. They will meet again on October 10th. If Winnipeg were to win tonight, that would wrap up the season series because they took the game in week 1. Calgary, though, other plans right now.
And going into this situation right now, you're obviously in green-out territory always.
There's Brown. Deep drop. Gets it away.
Brown throws incomplete to Tommy Niels.
Trying to find
So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Dustin, I know it's not like a broken record, but Drew Brown's throwing off his back foot, and we're running stop routes or deeper hitches, and LaBrosse is sitting on it, as is everyone else.
Drew Brown sacked for 11 yards to the Winnipeg 18. Hicks with the sack. How many is that now? 3 sacks apiece. Dang.
And again, you feel for Gabe Walls here. This is not your normal right tackle, but you're going to see right here, we're just working one-on-one. It's a chop rip, and that's called that disappearing shoulder. When you have to bump a guard because Ruxton got hurt earlier, it's just a very tough matchup. And then, of course, it's a guy going up against, right now, the best pass rusher.
Brown throws incomplete to Neal. Turnover on downs at the Winnipeg 18. Less than 2:30 to go. Hey, ooh, I wanna go if you be my girl. Hey. Mills will rush for 4 yards. Oh, 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Conversation, Phil Marshall, when I get home tomorrow.
I've gotten a lot of stern conversations in my life, Dustin. They're not that bad.
Timeout called here. Calgary, this is a game that Calgary, they certainly had to have. And they've come out and they've been the better team in all 3 aspects.
Hey, ooh, Stamps are going to win this game. Ooh, Stamps are going to win this game. That's okay. They will go kick this field goal.
So I get it. You see Albert at the top of your screen, cover 0 inside leverage. You go to fade. It's the right decision. It's probably to get these guys a little bit more, I know they have some chemistry in the past, but Albert just showed up this year. I'd like that ball to be a little higher.
Alford, 6'6", down with the Saints. And now a big piece. You burst onto the scene as a rookie and looked like he's got CFL superstar potential.
Stamps are gonna win this game. Honestly, Joe, he's. If I had to pick someone to win MVP, it will. If the Stamps can get into the playoffs, I think he'll win MVP.
He was a special player today. He's making a lot of guys miss in a game where they needed it the most. Wasn't Dietrich Mills. I'd say Burnett played phenomenal, but the Calgary gets the when it comes to the Wilson game ball tonight.
He was outstanding in this game. His team now with a 15-point cushion and joins a very elite group. These are the only other two players. You go back to 88 and 87. Winfield and Jefferson with 3 touchdowns. Different types of TDs single game. McAllister did it in 1 half tonight.
I wasn't even alive for those other two.
The young man.
I'm a 90 guy.
I could barely read. It's 5 years old. I guess I could read a little bit.
Pretty impressive he was able to do that tonight. Dustin, tell me if I'm a little crazy. Technically speaking, this is still a 2-possession game, and I understand it's extremely unlikely. But there's been a lot of unlikely things that have occurred tonight.
And if Babel takes him back right now, it's game on.
Yeah, that's what I'm a bit surprised that everyone's left already. The stadium's really emptied out.
Babel, not this time. They've got him again. We were talking about Wilson's game ball. We got to go honorable mention to LaBrosse as well. 3 interceptions.
Yeah, it's a team record with that. This guy's been clamping everyone today. And some great picks as well. I mean, you start here, take one away in the red zone. Then you sit on this and you high point that ball. Now this got a little funky, and people are gonna, potentially make a couple jokes, but it's deserved because he comes back and does this. If it wasn't for a historic thing by McAllister, I think I would have had to give him the nod to Ben.
Ross getting the start in place of the injured Green. Brown. Zanski on the far sideline. We've shown a lot of Zach Collaros tonight on the sideline watching on. And Drew Brown, he was 2-0 as a starter coming into this game. But 4 interceptions tonight. And Bombers fans will definitely want to see that guy back at quarterback, I think.
And if you just don't know anything about football, if you don't. This guy has obviously been to 5 last 6 Grey Cups with the 5 straight. There's a disclaimer, and I wouldn't call Zach a friend. I got to be honest. I like being blunt. But this guy plays the game of football at a tremendously high level. They need him healthy.
Throws one that Wilson knows he should have had. But that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah. I think Brown's seeing a little bit of ghost right now, which I get. He's been banged up and not protected as well. You're missing your starting right tackle, but it's very fortunate that this game did become a
minute 37 left.
deficit instead of 15 on that one.
Calgary playing in a 6th straight game in which both teams scored at least 30 points. In the direction of Cobb. Looked like it 1 hops, and that'll be incomplete. Calgary plays high scoring game.
Turnover on downs again.
Yes, they absolutely do.
Minute 32.
You don't want to pump anyone's tires too much, but the way that Remoulade, Hicks, Hutchings, and a little bit of a time, but the Browns also definitely didn't complete their short hop. This Calgary team can beat you up, and although the record doesn't show it, even after a win being 3-4, I don't think anybody wants to play this team.
Up next for Calgary, they will go to Hamilton. Hand it off to Mills. One more time. Let's give you an updated look at the standings in the West. As Luke mentioned earlier, this Calgary win really tightens things up in the middle of the pack there.
But they all are going to play each other. It's that's why it's awesome. And the fun thing about being in the West is even if you're the 4 seed, you get that crossover situation. in the East is a little beat up. You know, with Bo Levi getting hurt, that's a massive loss for Hamilton. Scott Milanovic has got to figure a way to win games as he did last week, but certainly everyone's back alive now. Or I should say Calgary's back alive. Back to Mills. Breaks through. And end zone touchdown.
And Mills gets a touchdown.
Dedrick Mills. And Calgary piles on.
I just had a feeling.
Mills with a touchdown. Ooh. And the game tracker is broken. Hey, ooh. Do 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 do.
Climbs up, gets on Kyrie Wilson. Dedrick Mills falls his block there.
Minute 3 left. 51 points. That's 2 teams this year that they've put up over 40 points on. They had, what was it, 40? What was it, like 48 against Toronto?
For Calgary to hang 52 on a pretty good Bombers defense, with Dedrick Mills doing so little in this game. Really kind of stunning, isn't it?
I'd say it's a statement game
58 against Toronto.
this week.
And they just put up
It's like, yeah, you know what?
52 against Winnipeg.
Back in the day, you got PI for it. Let's even up that record. Tremendous night for Dave Dickinson and the
I'm going to say this right now. This team,
Winnipeg's defense allows 26
yeah, no, the game tracker's broken, Joe.
Calgary Stampeders earlier in the year.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Calgary's going to be the dark horse this year in the West. I'm telling you that right now.
They put up another big one.
Vernon Adams has 20 touchdowns and no interceptions. That's going to be a dark horse.
Stamps have lost 2 in a row. They'll snap that. The Bombers had won 3 in a row, all 3 of them against the East. And they're going to take the loss here tonight. Looking for some blocking help. Got a little bit of it. They only get out just outside the 41. Winnipeg, talked about Calgary. What's up next for them? Winnipeg will be at home against the BC Lions. BC trying to hang around in this conversation. That'll be a big one. And you mentioned Calgary, where they're at right now in the standings. Calgary plays BC twice still this season. They got obviously a home and home with Edmonton. And then in the final 3 weeks of the year, they get the Riders and they get the Bombers.
Yeah, win tonight. It's so tough, you know, the 3 and 4, but they control their own destiny. And as a player, as a coaching staff, that's really all they can do. Right back in the thick of this thing. They got to win some tough ball games, but you control your own destiny. You're not relying on anyone else. They want to get into the dance. They got an opportunity to earn it here as the season unfolds.
Vernon Adams keeps his streak alive. 3 passing touchdowns tonight.
41 seconds.
No interceptions. That puts him up to 20 in a row to start the season without an INT. Past Ricky Ray tonight to move into 3rd all-time for passes without an interception.
Also, there's been a lot of historic things tonight. I mean, it's a you go past it, Ricky Ray, and anything you're seeing before, pretty special.
Craig Dickinson, special teams coordinator for Calgary. Happy with McAllister's work tonight. The Bombers will give it to Brady once more. They went away from Brady due to game script, I would guess, in the 4th quarter. He had 11 carries for 118 yards. Pretty much haven't done anything with him since.
Yeah, offensively, they just kind of looked like they had it for moments, and they got out of sync. But I think my favorite part now is that Dante Daniels out here, the youngster, Spencer talking smack. He's really doing a nice job representing Windsor, Ontario. I'd be doing the same tight ends. You know, I love that energy. We'll be back. That's what he's saying. Just introduce himself to the league. Maybe he'll talk a little
It kills me that can be broken for so long and nobody fixes it. Yeah, have a good night, Joe. We'll be back tomorrow for the BC Toronto game. So Calgary wins 52-30 over Winnipeg, and the series is now 1-1 with one more game to be in the last 3 weeks of the season. But I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go join the Analyst Desk post-game show. I'll be back tomorrow night for the BC Toronto game. But I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. Joe, Funfish, Scott, and even San Diego sent me as well. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by, and have yourself a great rest of your night.